A mission is a strongly felt aim, ambition, or calling. It's something bigger than what you do. And so oftentimes we confuse mission with what we do. So when people say, hey, what do you do? Well, I sell insurance or I manage assets. That is what you do. But what's your mission? The mission incorporates a component of what you do, but it really embraces why you do what you do.
Use that, when we were talking back when you came and visited with us, you used that analogy with, I think it was a baker that you had in Portland or something to that effect.
Yep.
Share that, because that to me, that was powerful.
Yeah, I love the story. It's actually a baker that one of my good friends and consultant was working with, and his name was Joe. He was based out of Portland, and he was just a general baker. And he walks in to consult with the individual and sits down with them, similar to what we're doing, almost in like a discovery meeting, fact finder type setting. And he looks at him square in the eye and says, hey, Matt, what do you do? And he looks at him and says, I bake. I'm a baker, Matt. I'm a baker, right? And he looks back across the table and says, so what do you do? And he says, well, I bake. I bake goods, bread, cookies, different goodies. And then I put them on a little tray and I set them out there. I sell them to people. Again, a long pause. Looks back across the table and says, so I get that, but what do you do? And he finally is like frustrated. You can see like steam coming out of his ears. And he's saying, look, I wake up at 3:00, man. I open the doors. I have to turn the ovens on. I bake the bread. I have to unlock the doors. I have to welcome my employees. I have to make sure that the food is fresh. And then I have to sell and somehow make it work. And again, a long pause. So what do you do? And no joke, the dude leans in and says, I make people smile. And Terry sat back and said, that's what you do. Like, man, I hope that I can just encapsulate the feeling here of the strength that one moment had for that particular baker. His mission today is to make people smile. It has nothing to do with the bread. That's a byproduct. That's what he gets to do. That's what he has to do. But what he actually does for people, he makes them smile. And you can see that mission is tied far deeper than what you do. It's why you do what you do. And when you can connect your mission with actually what you do, you can start to see passion. You can start to see people coming alive. And I know, and I want to ask you a question about some struggles or challenges you've had in your past. There's a lot of people sitting here right now saying, man, I'm not even at that point yet. I'm just trying to keep my head above water. I'm just trying to tread water. So I want people to know that the next step, if you're struggling or you're treading water, is to find a passion, to find a mission that you can connect to what you do. Is the reason you do what you do. And once you can find that, things start changing. Your focus shifts. You start identifying the proper things in your business that you should be working on. And here's the kicker. Mission predicates everything in your life. For this particular baker, his mission was to make people smile. When he opened the door, did he smile? When he was cooking bread in the morning, did he smile? When he hired people, would he hire people that would smile? When he would pay people, did he pay them something that would make them smile? He had to live into this mission holistically in his whole practice.
Yeah. No, I love that. And I think the power when you were telling that story with our group is, a little light went on for all of us of like, oh, what do we really do? Like, what is it that we're actually doing here? And then we went through the exercise with you, right? And then it was, what do we do? And someone's like, we sell insurance, but they already know that's the wrong answer, right? That's like, we sell bread. And then, the next person's like, well, we help people retire. And they know that's the wrong answer. We help them keep their assets safe. And the answers started coming. And then we had to start digging deeper. And the power of the exercise of doing that together was priceless.
Yeah.
And so, going back to the question you asked, like, how do we go, go through that question again. He said, you asked me what again? It was,
what do you do?
Yeah. So, now all of a sudden I look at that and I say, okay, how do we go about actually answering that one question? And you pull the group all together. And then all of a sudden you're like, we give clients clarity. We give clients confidence. Another person says confidence. And all of a sudden, the little light switched on for our organizations. We help people give clarity and confidence around their finances. And all of a sudden that felt so natural for us, right? And it came right out and it felt good. Going back to like how I started in the business and where, I got going, for those, who've been in career capital system like MassMutual and New York Life, I'll never have anything bad to say about those companies. I think they're great. They have great training programs. I was with one of my mentors, his name's Sal Lavely, one of my favorite people on this planet. And, he was a GA at MassMutual. And he brought me in and I was, get the 200 names, right? It was you're going to call these people and you're going to share this pitch of how we do financial plans. And yeah, those career capital systems, you end up selling a lot of whole life insurance. That's kind of every financial plan goes back to that, right? But, he was a good man. He taught me other ways with the wealth management and the other insurances. So I got a pretty good holistic view of it. And what you do is you buy into that company's vision as an employee, right? You just kind of got to buy into it. And I think that when you're brand new, having that vision, that mission from who you join is so important because you've got to buy into that to be able to move the needle forward.
That's so good. That's so good. And Matt, while you're talking about that, I'm just thinking, one thing that mission does is it really gives you the clarity on what you should say yes to.
Yeah.
So when things come at you, when opportunities come at you, when companies come at you, when you hear mission and vision, you can very quickly associate yourself, say, yes, I connect with that. That's mission vision. But also in your own business, if you don't know what to say yes to, and I'm just going to back up a little bit here, how many people out there are just simply coasting? You're in your business, you're comfortable, or you're struggling, and any opportunity comes your way. I'm just throw a bazillion different ideas. An idea comes your way, and you just start jumping at it, and you say yes to it, or another job offer comes to you, and you just say yes to it. Why? There's no conviction. Mission gives you the ability to know what to say no to.
Absolutely. And this is the problem when you're first starting, particularly in this business, because you're just mission, vision put aside, Matt, that's great. I just need clients. I just need to find people to sell to. I just need my next sell. I just need to build up enough assets that I can make this to the next stage. Like that's all you think about. But if you can get away from that for a moment and ask yourself that question, I wish someone would have came to me and said, Matt, your success will depend more upon what you say no to than you say yes to.